guys, what's going on? So just got in. Whew. Did 3 legs today, so needless to say, I am ready to relax. But you know, this week has been really it's been something, and I have a lot of stuff to share with you guys. So while I go and put my stuff away and get settled, you guys, I'm gonna just let you see what happened this past week, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Hey y'all. So that alarm went off. What a rude awakening. Very rude awakening. Came back from a 4-day last night. Got in close to 11 o'clock. Immediately took a shower and got into bed because I knew I had to get up early. But today's the day. So going to meditate, stretch, and get moving. So here we go. Hey y'all, so I'm here, waiting on my train to go to my concourse. And, hi, good morning. It's Madeline. But your girl is ready. She ready. What up, y'all? So I'm here. Changed my stockings. God is awesome, per usual. The flight attendant on the plane, she had an extra pair of stockings. Perfect fit. I don't believe in accents. That's all I got to say. Me personally, I feel like it was a test. It was a test to see how I was going to react. And I wasn't tripping. I ain't gonna lie. I was not tripping at all. Alright. Let me pay attention to where I'm going and find my Uber or Lyft. Okay, y'all. So, yes, I went to my interview. If you watched my, I think it was my very first vlog entry where I talked about having an interview with a certain legacy carrier. And so that interview, of course, happened as you saw. I wasn't able to I thought it would have been in my best interest not to record too much, because at these things they watch you like a hawk, and I didn't want to risk anything. So basically I only got what I showed you. So I knew I was going to come here and just kind of break down a little bit of what happened. So I got to my destination. Y'all, let me tell you something. That riding in that, well, let me start here. So okay, so I live in Atlanta. Most of you guys know that. And so I get to the airport and I said, you know what, let me go to the gate let me go pee before I actually go to the gate, because I just wanted to relieve all of that, whatever, and just be cool, sit on a plane, all the things, right? So I'm in the stall, I relieve myself, I'm pulling everything else back up. Y'all, all I heard was, shh. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Ripped a whole brand spanking new hole in my stockings. A 12-lane highway traveling down my thigh. I said, you've got to be kidding me right now. So yeah, that happened. So I'm like, all right, it's cool. All right, Lord, I surrender my pantyhose to you. Take care of everything. I'm so serious, y'all, that it is exactly what I prayed. So I got on the plane. And as the purser was walking by during snack time, I stopped her and I said, hey, would you happen to have any clear nail polish? And she was like, no, why? You got to run in your stocking? I was like, girl, I pulled up my skirt and the lanes are just running, getting close to my knee. She said, do you have any hairspray? I was like, sis, I pointed at my hair because my hair was kind of doing this. And I was like, no. She said, well, I don't have any, because she had a short curly haircut. She's like, no. So another flight attendant came up and she said, well, why don't you try, the Spank store, like in the concourse? I was like, okay, bet. So I'm sitting there. I was like, Lord, I'm not going to worry about this. I refuse. Let me tell y'all something. Ever since I've been on this novena, it has been a weight lifted off. I highly recommend, like I said, follow Curly Nikki. That novena is a game changer. Like when you release everything to the Lord, even though a running pantyhose, y'all. So anywho, about 10 minutes later, she comes back and she asks me, what size are you? And to all my ladies, y'all know how it goes with the pantyhose. They have like the chart in the back, you the A, B, C, D, whatever, according to your height and your weight. So I told her, I said, I'm about a C. She said, okay, hold on, I'll be right back. So I'm sitting there looking out the window like, okay, all right, this highway is running down my leg. And she comes back, y'all, with a brand new pair of stockings. Y'all, when I tell you God be showing up for your girl. Ooh wee. Okay, anyway, so she gave me those. I was like, oh my God, God bless you. Thank you so much. So when we landed, my interview was at 10 a.m. Our arrival time was 8:45. We had a slightly delay, but we did get there on time. But still, I have to wait, go through the exodus of people getting off the plane. The airport was crazy. I have to get to my lift spot, make sure I'm standing where I'm supposed to stand so the guy can see me and pick me up, all the things. But first I have to put on these stockings. So we landed, it was 8:45, and I beeline to the bathroom, put on my new pantyhose very carefully, and then I made my way to my lift. So I, notified the gentleman, get to my lift and everything. And I'm standing there waiting where I'm supposed to be, because Lyft and Uber drivers, they're funny about you not being in your spot, because they will pull up, not see you, and wait like 2 seconds and then pull off. Not today, Satan. Not today. So I'm standing there waiting. He dings me and says, "I'm here." I said, "So am I, but I don't see you." And he says, "Okay." And I'm like, "Okay, what?" So I'm looking. Where I was standing, there were no cars. Now, granted, there was like a low-key traffic situation happening where I was standing, because people, getting off the planes and trying to find their, their rightful spot and wait for their car so they can go. It was a lot going on, y'all. A lot going on. So I'm standing there. It was like, miraculously, there are no cars in front of me. He could easily pull up. I can pop in and just be out, because all I had with me was my purse. I didn't need nothing else, right? I'm looking at my watch. It's 9:17, and I'm like, Lord have mercy. And I was like, Tosh, stop. Lord, I surrender this whole situation to you. Take care of everything. When I tell you that is my go-to prayer for life, I'm not kidding. So he finally pulls up. Where does he pull up, you say? He pulls up on the other side. In the same area, but it's like this side is Lyft, that side is Uber. I called for a Lyft. Why are you on the Uber side? So anyway, I walk over to him. I'm like, "Are you Gordon?" He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, okay. So I told him, who I was. I get it. He said, "I'm so sorry. There was a little bit of a language barrier there." And he said, "I'm so sorry. I got lost, my GPS." I'm thinking to myself, but you live here, bro. So what? What are you talking about? Anyway, I get in the car. Y'all, the lane that he pulled up in, it was like a train of cars. And I'm like, "Sir, why are you over here?" And I'm like, "Tosh, stop. You're going to be fine. You will get there when you get there. If you're supposed to be there, you will be there." When I tell you how many times I have to talk myself down. So we finally pull off. We get on the highway. The intake process starts at 9:30. Okay? When I jumped in the car, it was 9:18. I asked him, I said, "How long do you think it'll take for us to get to my destination? Is it possible for us to get there by 9:45? So he said, "Well, the GPS says it'll take us 32 minutes to get there." The traffic in this particular city is bananas. Like, it's bananas. And especially when it bottlenecks into the downtown area. I said, okay. I'm sitting there, we're driving. I felt like I was on a cruise, because he was cruising. Like, there was no urgency. I told this man I have an interview for a job. It is imperative that I get there before 10. If I get there even a minute after, it's a wrap. We might as well turn around and go back to the airport. Right? He's not using the HOV lanes. He's just chilling. I'm like, okay, Tosh, relax. It's okay. It's okay. You will get there when you're supposed to. We get there. We finally get through the bottleneck, and we're like maybe a block or two away. He turns around and looks at me. "Are we on time?" And I'm like, I just looked at him, and I was like, all I know is I cannot get there after 10, sir. Then all of a sudden he decides to put the pedal to the metal. We pull up to the building. He was trying to get in front of it. And I was like, it's fine. I'll hop out right here. I hop out of the car. I looked at my watch. It said 9:57, y'all. 9:57. I bolted. Now, granted, y'all, the situation with my leg, I was like, you know what? Damn that. I was like, my leg was tingling and everything, and I haven't ran in so so long, ever since my sciatica incident. I ran into that building. I saw candidates. They were already taking them up to the escalator, y'all. I get in there and one of the recruiters walks up to me. She says, "Are you here for the flight attendant interview?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She's, "Okay, I want you to sit right here at this table." There was no one at the table. It was just me. At the next table, there were like a few other candidates. So I sat there and I'm like gathering myself, and they eventually took us up and everything. And we went up there, and honestly, I was just like, thank you, Jesus. It was a good experience. There were at least maybe, I want to say 50, 60 people in that room. And I felt good. I felt confident. I felt confident even though I completely turned everything over to God and was like, you know what? If I get this, fantastic. If I don't, fantastic, because it just lets me know that you have something even better than this, whatever that is. Because at the end of the day, y'all, and I will say this until the day I can no longer breathe, all I want is God's best for me. That's all I want. That's all I want is his best, because his plans far exceed what I could ever imagine for myself. So we're there. I don't want to go into too many details because I don't want to, get myself in trouble. But I will say this. It was a really good experience. I'm grateful to have had it. And basically, I was offered a CJO. Yeah! What is a CJO, Todd? A CJO is a conditional job offer, which means they offered me the position. I'm not officially a flight attendant with them, but I was invited to basically the training, which I will be going to. And once I earn my wings, then I will be a flight attendant for this particular legacy carrier. Sorry, y'all. And I can't tell you, I'm really excited. My excitement was very delayed because when it was revealed to us, they kind of played us a little bit, kind of tricked us. So when he told us, I was just like, oh, okay. And then he said it again, and I was like, oh, all right. And one of my counterparts was like, Tosh, congratulations. I was like, oh. And even still, it didn't hit. I think it'll really hit me once I get to training and all of that. And yeah, I'm really excited. I'm not going to tell you guys who it is just yet. Maybe I'll take you on a journey with me with the training, and then I'll reveal to you who it is. But I know that training is going to be really, really intense, and I'm ready. I know how I am when I'm focused. I have no doubt that I'm going to do very well. And I'm just grateful to God for opening this door, because I am stepping in it, high stepping in it, for real. So continue to keep me lifted. Training will be soon in the coming months. So stay tuned. I'll be vlogging for sure. So yeah, from regional to mainline, let's go. Let's do it.